Hey all, thanks for joining me at Welcome Home Custom. Today we're going to learn how to turn all of this into this. I mean, wow, right? What? How cool is this stuff, you guys? This has been a baby of mine for about a month. If I spend more than a week on a file, I go crazy. So this has been really difficult for me to stay on task. But I think that the end results are amazing. Keep in mind, I'm gonna have a list of everything you need to make these files in the video description below. Let's get started. We're gonna start with the easiest first and work our way up. You're gonna wanna coat your wood, either with a poly or tung oil, or even paint it. Whatever you decide. So I'm using Watco White Bond Poly. It has a satin finish, and I feel like it really brings out the grain of this wood. So I've chosen to use Sapelli from Smoky Hill. I will include their link below so you can order as well. The measurements are made in two ways, for the Sapelli from Smoky Hill and then also Pure Bond birch plywood. So you have two options. You have more of a value priced option, which would be the birch, and then you have more of a premium option, which would be the Sapelli. So first thing we're gonna do with the business card holder is we need to glue these together. So we're gonna flip over to our bad side and we're gonna add just a little bit of glue. Doesn't need to be a lot. I'm using Titebond Ultimate. Just a little bit. And then we are gonna place it down. Then the next step is you take your chevron piece. It goes in the back and you can just push it down. And then you take your floral piece and you put it in the front slot. Now you'll notice I left this spot open. You could actually engrave this if you like, with a name, business name, whatever. So that is your finished product. Next thing we're going to assemble is the cell phone. Super easy. You're going to have two slots, a wider slot and a more narrow slot. Wider slot needs to go in the front. We're just going to slide and you're done. So the iPad is very similar. You'll see a large piece and then your slots, once again, just line it up and you're done. There's really no need for glue. If you want to glue, you can, but it's not necessary. Now we are going to assemble the calendar. The calendar is super easy to assemble. You'll need to order the standoffs that I've listed below. I recommend before you assemble anything, you take your wood and you're gonna hold the wood up to the wall wherever you want to hang it. Use your level, make sure you're level up top, and you're gonna mark with a pencil. I don't have a good pencil, I have my Apple pencil, but it works as an example. You just mark where you're on the wall where you want your screws to go. You will then take the male part of the standoff, and they come with these screws and these anchors. Once you've found your marks, you're going to attach these to the wall. So your screw will go inside your standoff and you're gonna screw it into the wall. So you'll have 4 of these guys just sticking out of the wall. Then all you have to do, place your acrylic on top. You're gonna take the male part of your standoff and you will then screw it to the other part of the standoff, the male or the female part that's already in the wall. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, so next we are going to do the pencil holder. So you're gonna need these 4. Your chevron should be on the outside. That's your base and your floral pattern. You're gonna fit them together. Every other one notch up, notch down, notch up. Ooh, I love it when it's tight like that. That's awesome. And then notch down. Okay. Then we are going to slide the entire box down onto the grooves. And then your floral will just sit in front. Now you can decide to use glue for this and then clamp this together to really get a tight fit if you want. Totally up to you. For this purpose today, I'm just going to show you how to actually just assemble it together. And that's the easiest way. Make your box, set it down on your platform, and then add your floral. Okay, now we're starting to get into something just a little bit more complicated. This is the double stacked file system for your desk. So we've got the back piece, we've got two side pieces, we've got the top, and then we've got the bottom tray. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're really going to want to glue this bottom tray together. I'm not going to use a ton of glue because I don't want it to seep off the sides. I'm just going to use a little bit. And then we're going to dab, dab. Okay. We're going to flip it over, line it up. Now at this point, I would probably recommend using clamps to hold it together, but for the sake of this video, we're going to go ahead and move on. So just make sure you're all lined up. The next thing you want to do is you're going to insert these guys, and they go on either side. They just slide right down. You'll see that there's this little lip here that keeps them from going down too far. Make sure you slide them in at the same time. If you get it in wonky, it may not fit. So then this part will just slide and connect with your rails. You just push it right down. And then your floral, which is your back, is your last piece you insert. And you push it all the way down until it goes into the bottom tray. That is it. All done. Okay, now we're starting to get even trickier. This is your succulent plant box with, you know, maybe could be your number sign or a welcome sign or even your business sign. So we've got, again, chevron pattern, you've got your sides and your base. You want to note that your little guys need to be in back, okay? And then you have a smooth edge on the top. I recommend, again, assembling your box. So we're going to put this together. This is a tighter fit. Okay, and then we're going to put the bottom on. And it's okay if it, oh, I think I did it wrong. Let me see. No, I didn't. There we go. So you want to, oh wait, I maybe did do it wrong. I did do it wrong. Okay, so this is actually a good learning lesson. The sides, one side is just a fraction smaller than the other. So I'm glad this actually happened, because then you can see how this is kind of sticking out right here. That's when you know these two sides need to be flip-flopped. So let's pull these off. We are going to flip-flop them, and then we're going to put them back on. Let's go ahead and take this off. Do your sides. And your other side. Like that. Perfect. And then your top goes down. Ah, beautiful. You see how that's like a perfect fit now? So watch that. Bigger side, little side. Bigger side needs to go to the back. Now all we're going to do is line up our holes and push it down. Now you'll notice I have the holes again like I did for the calendar. Again, you're going to want to use your standoffs. Mark your holes for your standoffs. and then just screw them in place like we did with the calendar and the to-do list, I guess, as well. Okay, so next we're gonna do the hanging inbox that can hang on the wall. You are going to see that in the files, there's actually two. You can have floral going this way, or you can have floral going this way. You have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. You're also going to have a paper template to show you how or where to put the holes on your wall so that you can easily hang it up, because once it's assembled, that's really going to be hard to mark. So paper template will come in handy. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the bottom on. Then we are going to slide on the sides. Make sure your angle is going to the back. And there we go, nice and snug. Then we're going to work on the top. Now this needs to be a little, you need to finesse it a little bit. It is tight. I'd start on the smaller side and then kind of work your way over. And don't be afraid to just push. There it goes. Voila. So this is probably the trickiest thing to put together. Not because it's really difficult to put together, just because I never had used a pop rivet gun before, and so it was new to me. So the clipboard, you are going to be using pop rivets to attach the clip to your board. So in your files, I've actually given you a test file. So this is your test file. You're going to want to grab a piece of scrap wood, doesn't matter what it is, and you're going to want to clip your clip to the scrap. You want to make sure that you leave your holes exposed, okay? And then I recommend when you're using your pop rivets, they go in so that your disc is touching your wood, and then the part that gets popped will be on the other side of your clip. I used 5/32 by 5/16 rivets. So the 5/32 is how big the hole is, the 5/16 is how long it is. You're going to need a rivet gun, pop rivet gun. I got this and I will include it. Whoops, I forgot to eject the last one. I will include it in the link below, or comments below, so you'll know what to get. You will need to make sure you change this out up on top. You have extra, so you can do different size rivets, but this you'll need to change to 5/32. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna place this down, line up your holes, make sure that they are going through. Can you see that? How they're going through there? And then what we're gonna do is we are going to take our gun, the opening, we're gonna insert it, open it, applying some pressure. You are going to just try to close, open again if you have to. Woo! So you see that? There's my pop rivet. So it's gonna take a little bit of strength. Let's go ahead and do the other one so you can see it. Again. Whoop, got to inject the old piece. Push down, open it up, applying pressure. Do it again. Okay, so there's your rivets attached to your clipboard. And they're on there nice and tight. I'm amazed, like it's such a cool tool and I want to use it a lot more often. So anyways, the 5/16 is just about perfect. So I highly recommend practicing a few times. I did when I first started doing this. I messed up a few clipboards that had been completely cut out and redone. Trust me, it's worth the $2 in the materials to practice versus cutting the whole thing out and then ruining your actual clipboard. So that's how you use a pop rivet. Wow! We covered so much today. I mean, how to assemble all of the pieces, how to use the standoffs, how to use a rivet, pop rivet gun. I mean, this was so much fun. I hope you guys love this collection. Thanks again and have a great day.